the Deegan situation here right now?
Oh my God, you're gonna give me a brain aneurysm.
Why?
If you just hear the phone drop, it's because Cole actually fucking died.
Do you watch the?
Oh
do you watch the
God.
reaction show?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's going great. We're doing well. Not as many views as I'd hoped for, but we're doing well.
I love the fact that the Jet Glazers and the Deegan Glazers have now gotten to the point that they're both just fighting with each other, and it's not even really yelling at you anymore. It's just yelling at each other. And I'm like, I'm so glad we live in a time where two fan bases can just bitch at each other because they're all a bunch of bitches anyways.
Just here with a big old spoon, buddy. Big old spoon.
Dude, it's all over the place.
Stirring.
It's
Stirring.
now okay, now the crazy thing is it's not even like, okay, it's the Jet homers or the Deegan homers that are talking about each other, like talking just about like how good each one of their riders is. It's now, because we know come outdoors, Hayden's moving to the 450 class. It's the homers from both sides just yelling at each other all the time.
Hold on, let's just read some of these comments on the video.
You're a douchebag?
Deegan got what he deserved, plain and simple. He has done the same thing to others, and he got it back. That's karma, baby.
This is how he could go have a conversation with Jason Anderson and all these guys. Like this is how you can lose a title.
You cried when Deegan did it to Davies in fucking practice, you fucking idiot.
That was directed at you.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Everyone needs to have the same energy if Deegan does Joe the same way in Vegas.
Dude, that's the one thing I think I am upset is everybody in our comments keeps bringing up Joe, and you'll see it. They're like, yeah, Joe paid Levi to do it. If y'all think Joe paid Levi any money to tee off on Deegan, you obviously don't know a damn thing about Joe.
Joe paid TLR Tid Full Hat. Joe paid Levi to take Deegan out.
No, keep scrolling. They said that.
Hold on. It was clean to me given the stakes. Definitely aggro, but that's racing. What stakes? Levi isn't in the championship points battle. Joe is going to pay off his training buddy good with the $500K. Levi must be getting paid something for destroying his reputation like that. Levi had no chance of winning championship at all. He took out Hayden for his training buddy. That was far from cleaning, moron. That was far from cleaning, moron. Levi didn't even try to take the corner. Now the last lap racing for the championship, but this was on the first lap. How much is Joe paying his training partner, or how much money did Levi? Could you put a fucking period in your
No, man, we don't know grammar.
Slayer, Jesus.
Grammar.
Did Levi gamble on Joe winning the championship since gambling is legal for MX and SX now? Levi destroyed his reputation, and Hayden has never raced Levi like that. I don't think Levi destroyed his reputation at all, by the way.
Levi has a reputation?
I think he gained a lot of fans.
I think so, too. Deegan's done that before. What goes around comes around. Thumbs up emoji. Deegan's done it, but it's not clean if you crash. Took real balls to do it.
Scroll down when they start talking about Levi's girlfriend.
Trollbot says, what? Okay. These replies are great. Guys who are mad at Levi this week will be cheering Deegs for taking out Joe next week. That's 100%. Clean, he cut across 3 different ruts and straight T-boned him. He didn't straight T-bone him. Matthew Fisher, 9352.
He's a big Deegan
You
fan.
are a fucking moron, dude. He did not T-bone him. He hit him side plate to side plate.
Hang on a second. I got somebody in my driveway.
Whoa. Oh,
Let the dog have at him.
That's the government.
It's the Jews.
We are so canceled.
Oh, man.
I want to hear you guys talk more about that whole thing.
Dude, we could definitely make
we will,
whole
but
separate
not
podcast.
while we're on YouTube, man. I'll talk to you about it after this. Roger Fields 7094. Cole's dead. 100%, not even close to clean hit, and they didn't penalize him because if he would have won, it would have been Deegan's chip. T-Bone, Michael 5XT. Good call here. T-Bone, he was side-by-side to Deegan. Exactly. He did not say clean. Legit block pass. Aggro, in my opinion, but legit. It wasn't a T-Bone. Levi missed his rut, hit the danger kit. He didn't, okay. He didn't miss his rut. He went for Deegan, but it was a clean block pass, number one.
You guys should go back to the 90s.
Hold on, you guys.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, well, he's not dead. So
You're still talking. You're still talking.
His dog didn't eat him.
Well, you want to know what just happened in my life?
Oh boy!
Sure.
Some lady came by
and wanted to sell you a vacuum.
Had lips on it.
I hoped. I was hoping they were going to sell me a shampooer, but no. I was wondering if the people lived here were still alive. It's like, yeah, I've been seeing different cars and different stuff going by here, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I've lived here for 3 years, but.
You honestly should have really scared the shit out of her and go, no, I mean, they're sleeping right now. I was just kind of robbing them, so I'll go ask.
Anyway. Hold on, guy. Hold on. Again, we can't use fucking punctuation because we're all fucking retards. Hold on, you guys killed Deegan for what he did to Davies and Beaumare.
Oh my God, I don't care about all the comments. I can go read them myself.
But it's okay for what Kitchen did to another. For what Kitchen did, another Moto Media channel just spewing BS.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's it. You have blinders on if you didn't think someone would do this.
Cole's
going to
go
at some
sometime
point.
soon.
You think that was a fair move, Cole? What do you think of the move?
I thought it was definitely something sparked it. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting to do that. That's what Beaumare should have done, but he was a little beach about it.
I mean, my question is just what the fuck happened that made him do that? Because that's not a particularly Kitchen-like move. Like Kitchen doesn't go in and slam people.
I think that's the first time Kitchen's ever gotten to take a shot at him.
It's the first time I've seen life out of Levi since Detroit.
I mean, somebody did bring up that
that's the first time that he's ever been in the situation to do that. Outdoors, they've never been even close.
You know who paid
They
him?
didn't race each other in
Smitty.
Supercross, obviously.
Smitty paid him.
So,
there we go. Smith paid him. That's it.
I think Kitchen's been waiting to do that for a long time.
That wouldn't surprise me. Somebody did bring up that at the beginning of the year, Deegan did talk a bunch of shit about him because of how he came into A1 and then got sick or
Dude,
whatever.
he's been
didn't
talking.
race.
Deegan has all the right in the world to talk about these dudes and try to get in their head. And if these dudes are mentally soft enough to let words get in their head, that's their problem, not Deegan's. But just as much of the right that Deegan has to talk about these dudes, they have the right to get aggressive with him. And look, there's no way that Hayden didn't think this was coming. I think that he was probably a little surprised that it took this long. But it's like you start running down the line of dudes. You know, you talk about Kitchen. You talk about Juju. I thought Juju would have been the first one to do it. But you talk about Juju.
Juju hit Hammaker harder than he ever did Deegan.
Yeah, Juju. You talk about, if you want to go back to the situation that happened between him and Seth back at Birmingham all those years ago. You talk about Cody Shock. Talk about Cody.
Yep.
Joe is the only one that's gotten aggressive with him, but obviously Joe's never teed off on him. Even if you want to go back to the Davies thing, even though we know that would. He's talked about Mosman, Hymas. It's like, look, man, all these dudes he's talked about, they've never had a chance, and they've never actually had the balls to do anything about it. But if y'all Deegan fans out there believe that, like, this wasn't coming, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're really living with blinders. Like, some of you Deegan fans, I understand it. I understand, like, you guys, this is your guy. I have no problem with it. It's the same thing with
I think
Jet.
they're worse than I am with Jet.
Oh, they're much worse. But it's the same thing with the Jet fans. I was the same thing with Stu. Like, you latch onto a guy and you have blinders. But it's like, there's no way you guys, even the hardcore Deegan fans, didn't think this was going to happen at some point. I'm not saying that every time Deegan, like, got aggressive with dudes in the past, he went straight, he tried to tee off on them, center punch them, whatever. But it's like, when you talk about somebody, when you talk about other people and you run your mouth, what do you think's going to happen?
Let's just draw this back around full circle here, right? To the events that happened this week, in a sense. This is...
No, you're not. You're drawing this back around to Charlie Kirk event.
Yeah, you're
fucking ridiculous.
No,
dude.
I'm not, dude. So this goes right in line with the lunatics out there that are celebrating the death of a father and a husband, and then are surprised that they get fucking fired from their job because they're fucking lunatics. Okay, so it goes right back to that. If you thought that Deegan was going to talk the shit that he talks, and nothing was ever going to happen,
which, by the way, he's entitled to talk that shit.
He's entitled to fully talk that shit. Just like these lunatics are entitled to get online and fucking say that they are happy that this man was murdered live in front of people. However, there are real-life fucking consequences to your actions. Mm-hmm. This is one of those real-life consequences. And this, if Deegan continues down this road here, this will only get worse in the 450 class. Because the first guy that isn't going to put up with that shit, the first guy is going to be Hunter Lawrence. Because Hunter Lawrence doesn't like him.
I mean, look what he did to Nate back in the 250 days.
And like Jet doesn't really do that, so like I don't see Jet getting into it.
But Barsha,
Hunter
Anderson,
will park him.
Barsha, Anderson, and the difference with the 450 dudes is they can run it in on you, take you down, and they won't go down.
They're not going to go down like Levi.
No, exactly, because they actually know how to tee off on you and make it stick. That's the difference.
Yes, Barsha and Anderson. I mean, dude, the 51 and the 21, they're mad at you just because you're breathing air around.
And good luck trying that shit with Malcolm, seeing if you can move his ass.
Yeah, like that's the thing too.
Well, I just think back of that 22 season when Anderson, in my opinion, should have won that title, but he got into it with Mookie.
Yep. Exactly. Mookie ruined him. He's like, hey, Endo, you're going to win a title? Not tonight. I don't really care.
Yep, 100%.
And this is what I've talked about, why I brought this up. And everybody, all of the people that watch this show got on my shit. They're like, Deegan, this and that. This is exactly what I brought up. Deegan gets away with it in the 250 class because all these kids are mentally soft. You go to the 450 class where you're racing men, they're not mentally soft. They don't care about you.
Nope.
And what happened? He finally got taken out.
I mean, look, Jason Anderson didn't give a fuck who Jet Lawrence was when he grabbed hold of his helmet.
Exactly.
You're in my face. Don't fucking touch me.
Do you think he's going to care about Hayden Deegan? He's not going to care.
Nope.
And again, even once you and we know that Jet doesn't play that game, but do you think if Hayden, if that whole thing and he starts screwing with Jet's just going to be the point, all right, dude, like I'm done with this. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to walk away from you. Because that's exactly what Jet will do.
I mean, to be honest.
They're going to pull a Forkner.
It's going to be like the Tate brothers. It's not even going to be him. Watch Hunter come in there.
I know.
Hunter might sit there when you guys are having words after the race like he did with Anderson.
How's it going, buddy?
However, then there's going to come a certain point in the race that he's going to be like, hey, we're done. We're really
you
done.
You just see a blue bike going up and over the backside of a berm. There goes Deegan.
Like I said, the first person I have bets on that decides that enough is enough is going to be Hunter.
Well, I mean, he's not going to be in the same zip code as Jet, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, this is the one thing that I was concerned with. Was I concerned about what Hayden could accomplish in the 450 class? No. I'm not a Hayden fan. Everybody knows that. But this was the one thing that I kept bringing up to everybody. It's just because we hadn't seen it yet. What is going to happen when somebody finally says enough is enough? I'm sick of your crap, dude. I'm going to do something about it. And the first time it did, what happened? And I guess, I don't know if Cole, if you're going to stay on to talk about the 250 class, if you got to go. But this just segues into next week. What's he going to do about Joe?
That's the last point I'll make, and then I'll jump off.
Yeah. Because he winning?
Joe's got a giant target on his back, and there's a lot of different ways that this can go.
Does he take him out?
That's what I'm saying. I think Deegan will try to take him out.
He has to do something.
Because he can't just win.
But Joe, Joe, if he starts out in front of him, he has to go. And if Deegan comes up behind him and he knows he can get second and still win this deal, he's going to have to pull over, and they're going to start playing games or all that. Like, you would, if I'm him, I pull over, let Deegan go. But Deegan's not going to take that.
Well, and the thing is, too, is Joe's proved this. He's the only one that's actually had the balls to get aggressive with Hayden, and we've even talked about this dating back to look what happened in Indy. Mm-hmm. You and me even sat up and were like, what the fuck is Joe doing? Like, Joe, but that's the thing, though. Joe is not afraid of Deegan.
No.
So Joe, I totally agree with what you're saying, Cole, but that's the difference with Joe is if Hayden's latched onto him, Joe's going to know, hey, he's going to play something with me, and as much as Hayden's like, oh, there's no beef, Joe, there's a little bit of beef there. Joe's not going to be afraid the fact that Hayden's sitting on his rear wheel, like leaving the door open. Like Joe's not. He's going to keep doing his thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm looking at it though is because we've talked about the AMA and they've been handed out some things and we've commended them like, hey, sticking to your guns. Look, I'm just going to say this: if Hayden tees off on Joe and it is very blatant, I'm normally not the guy that'll sit there to say, hey, AMA, step in. If it is blatant as hell, AMA needs to do something about it.
It just depends what it is, right? If he goes in and makes contact like Levi did last night, that was a clean block pass. Was it aggressive? Yes.
But I think Hayden's going to have to put him on the ground, though, to make it stick.
If he T-bones him, then you have to step in.
AMA, I do not want AMA to step in to ever decide anything. But if it is blatant, yes.
If he T-bones him, you have to step in.
You have to.
He cannot center punch him. And you cannot allow that.
Because then you set a precedent.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's okay to do it when his championship's on the line.
But the issue is it's going to be just like what happened with Kitchen.
What?
Kitchen
no.
Doesn't have a warning, or did he get a warning?
No, he got a warning.
Kitchen got a warning. But again, Kitchen's thing was clean.
That was Kitchen's first offense, and it wasn't clean. It was fucking dirty.
But
it wasn't.
But Cole, I'm not gonna talk about that. I want to talk about the Joe thing. Hayden has already had, though, incidents with other people, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. AMA, I will say this. If it's clear, look, like I said, if it's a Kitchen thing, then it's like, hey, man, that's on Joe. Joe shouldn't have left the door open. But if he blatantly goes in knowing he's got to put him on the ground and that's the only way to do it, and Joe ends up on the ground like it's very blatant, AMA, if they don't step in and they do something about it, y'all are a bunch of bitches. Because you can't have dudes going out and saying, hey, man, we're gonna look at things, all the years with Ando, all the years with Barsha, all these different things, and then because it's for a championship, be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's Hayden Deegan. I don't want to hear that shit. If they don't do anything, y'all are a bunch of bitches.
There's just a fine line they have to walk, right? Like, last night when they were like, oh, we're reviewing the Kitchen thing, I'm like, okay, well, here's the fine line you walk. If you penalize Kitchen for what he did last night, now you open yourself up to you have to start looking at every LCQ, everything, and you're basically going to start making this a no-contact sport. Why do you think that wasn't clean last night, Cole? What about it wasn't clean?
He fucking went across 4 ruts and did whatever he took to make contact with him.
And hit him
He intentionally made contact with him.
And hit him side by side. So what? So we can't make a block pass now?
That wasn't a fucking block pass.
The fuck it wasn't. Side plate to side plate. Side plate to side plate.
God.
He didn't center punch him.
Side plate to side plate. He blew his front brake right off.
Side plate to side plate. Yeah, dude, of course. Contact was
drunk.
fucking made.
You've
No
never
way.
No
You've
way.
never
taken anybody out in your life.
You are being a fucking pussy about this one. Like, dude, I can hear Deegan's dick in your mouth right now. It's unreal.
Oh my god.
It's unreal. I didn't know you'd switch to that side, but it's unfucking real.
Cole, do you agree? Do you agree with what I'm saying that if it is blatant? Look, if it's a Kitchen thing, that's one thing. But if it's blatant, what is your opinion on what I just said?
What? That I wasn't even listening.
If Deegan, look, bro, hey, I'm not saying one thing or the other on the Kitchen thing, but like my opinion on the Joe thing is different. If it's a Kitchen thing, that's one thing. I'm saying that if Hayden goes in there and it is blatant as hell that he is trying to put Joe on the ground and the AMA doesn't step in, do you agree that that makes it look bad?
Sleeping over there?
I guess, yeah, whatever, yeah.
You don't agree?
I agree.
Okay. I don't really care about the whole kit. I honestly couldn't give 2 shits less about what happened between Hayden and Kitchen last night. I don't care. That is what it is. I have a real issue right now that if we get into next week and Hayden, and maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm just projecting. But I'm going to have a real issue that if Hayden's sitting on Joe's rear wheel and Hayden knows the only way that he can beat Joe for this title is if he puts Joe on the ground and Joe loses more spots. Because let's be real, at this point, Joe getting second.
But I think he's allowed to put Joe on the ground. But it's just the nature in which you do it, right? Again, if you come in and center punch him, that's not fucking okay.
That's what I'm saying. If he goes in for the front end.
So what if Deegan does what Kitchen did to him?
Fine.
To Joe.
Then it's a
To Joe.
block. Then
You're
it's a
good.
block pass. If he slides it up there and makes contact
He
side to
didn't slide,
side,
though.
huh?
He didn't slide up there.
He fucking made contact side to side. Like, go watch it. Are you blind?
Cole, my thing is with that is that I look at that and I have a different opinion. I think that I think that Levi was intending to do that. I don't really care about
100%.
that. I don't really care about that. I think that what I'm trying to get at is that to me,
I'm trying to get at Travis. Fucking.
I don't really.
Drunk
I don't really
he
care.
thinks it's a
Zero
clean
chance.
I don't really care about
Zero
that.
chance.
I don't really care about
It
that.
wasn't a clean pass. It wasn't a clean pass.
Okay,
Is
yes,
it
he
okay?
did-
Maybe, but it was dirty. It was a little dirty.
It wasn't dirty. There was nothing dirty about that. It was a block
Oh
pass.
my
It was an
God, dude.
aggressive block
We're gonna go
pass.
down that. We're gonna go down the fucking. I'm gonna go on 441 motocross on YouTube.
Was
We're
it
gonna
fucking?
watch
Was it fucking dirty?
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch dirty passes in the history of motocross.
Was it
Part
dirty
2.
when Dunge didn't hit the brakes and fucking T-boned Stu? Was
Fuck that
fucking
guy.
dirty?
Oh my god, that's not even close.
Dude,
That's
that
not even close to the same.
that's
situation.
worse than what Kitchen did last night.
Oh my god,
That's
the thing
worse
with
than what
Dundee
Kitchen did.
Was a $1,000,000% a racing incident.
Oh
because
my
Stu's
God.
a fucking idiot. and
It was
turned
worse
down
than what
traffic.
Kitchen did last night.
But it was a racing incident.
Kitchen
It's
went
two
in to
different
make a
things.
fucking block pass. Yes, he went
You're
across
fucking
3
drunk,
ruts.
dude.
I have watched since I started covering this sport in the manner that I have. I have watched
Travis,
guys go
we're
across
gonna go
ruts
riding
and
this
corners.
week, and I'm gonna show you what a fucking block pass.
The
is.
fuck we are. I don't have time for that. Okay.
Look, guys, I couldn't care less about that anymore. It's done and over with. I just care about that if we get into next week and Hayden, if it is blatant that he is trying to put Joe on the ground and Joe ends up on the ground, I'm going to have a real issue if nothing's
But
done
I think
about
he's allowed to put him on. If he puts him on the ground in the same manner that Kitchen put Deegan down last night, fine.
But the
I'm
difference
fine
is,
with it.
But the difference is, though, is that for that to happen, Hayden's going to have to go with the intention that he's going to have to put him on the ground and know no matter what he does, because that could have ended up either way. Levi intended to run it in on Hayden hard.
Yeah.
My point
he
is
intended to take him down.
That's the thing though. He didn't hit him in a manner though, because let's be real, Hayden and all the fucking talent that he has almost didn't end up on the ground. He
did,
almost saved it. The difference is with what I'm saying is Hayden's going to have to make a pass that he's going to know that what he does is going to put him on the ground.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's the intention part of it. Because if you go in and you're like, hey, I'll put him on the ground, but you do it the way that Levi did, you don't always know that dude's going to go on the ground because, hey.
Yeah, and I mean, the real problem is that if he doesn't put him on the ground, like we've talked about now, Joe's not scared of him. He's coming back in the next corner, buddy.
And that's where it's going to be a very.
If he puts you on the ground, then you're fucked.
And then what do you do? But if you're AMA, I don't know. I think that there needs to be a real conversation this week that needs to go out to everybody because of the manner and who the people are that are involved with this and go, look, guys, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you do this, there's going to be repercussions because all I have to say, I'm never normally the guy that like gets into the AMA because half the time I don't really care. But I will stand my ground on this, and I don't care who you are. I will argue with this. If they don't do something and that happens, we have a fucking problem.
It's a fine line they got to walk. It's a fine line, and it's going to be I don't think the intent necessarily has to be the issue. It has to be how it's executed.
Okay,
Again,
Vince Freeze, Weston Pike.
Yeah, if you center punch a guy, that's a fucking problem.
And I think that's what he's going to have to do. Because I don't think just running it in on someone, he's not going to know if that's going to put him on the ground. Center punch?
He is going to have to make sure that he somehow pulls out his front wheel or puts him over the berm.
What happens if he goes over the berm and Joe ends up going fucking launches the berm?
I don't know, man.
That's different. That's the same thing.
There's a lot of things that can happen here. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. But like I said, I think if you go in there center punching a dude, that's a fucking problem.
Because honestly, I don't really care whether Hayden or Joe.
That's intent to injure.
Yeah, because I really don't care either way if Hayden or Joe wins. Like obviously, I'd rather have Joe, but if Hayden wins, I don't really care either. I want to see good racing.
Fucking pony up that number 390 machine. We'll go to Ziegler and I'll show you,
brother.
Oh my god.
First off.
Can we move on?
I would just hit the brakes.
Can we move on?
You would go right by me.
This dude thinks he's fucking. He thinks he's Andy Carson, and I'm Renee Carson.
You would go right by me. Okay.
Or sorry, Andrea Carson.
Yeah, dude, bro. I've been watching.
Yeah, get it right, bro. Andrea
this
Carson,
shit since
dog.
I was a kid. It's pretty simple. I just hit the brakes.
Hey, speaking of that, did you see my Facebook post go viral?
No. Just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this kind of content and you want to see the full show, it's linked right here. If you guys want to make sure that you never miss an update, you never miss a show, a live stream, a bike build, or anything that we're doing, make sure to hit that subscribe button there and make sure to turn on notifications with the bell. If you want to join our members area to help support the show, that's greatly appreciated too, and you can check us recording things live that other people in the general public don't get to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next one.